Amy, I've been looking forward to this interview. Super excited about this interview. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. And thanks so much for having me. It's fun that we get to talk to your community and kind of hopefully reinvigorate people.
There's a lot of people that love to teach how to create great digital courses. There are a lot of people that want to teach you how to sell them, but there's a lot of the times they haven't done it themselves. Like they you might have a course, but they haven't sold it. Amy's approaching 100,000, if not over 100,000 digital
That's a
courses.
big milestone.
Yeah, it is. It is. And so how, like, go back. I'm curious. Do you remember your first digital course sale?
So yes, I do. So my very first digital course, so I had like a digital offer, but I don't really count that. So my first digital course sale, the program was $297 and it was how to launch a book using social media. And here's the big mistake I made. I'd never launched a book in my life. So I literally was teaching something that I didn't know enough about. And I teach this in my course and tell my students about this that you've got to have the 10% edge. You need to have results before you teach it. But why I bring that one up is that I was so desperate for it to work. And I think people are watching now that are wanting to grow businesses. They really want this to work. And I get that desperate energy. It's not always a negative thing. I think it's very normal to just like jump in and say, I want it to work. I'm just going to do this. Where sometimes if we could slow down a little bit and think, okay, where really is my expertise? Where can I really add value? Because I only made $267 with that course for the record. It was
Mhm.
297. I sold a few, backed out a little bit of expenses. I didn't even make enough to cover one unit. And it's because I didn't have the confidence because I shouldn't really have been teaching in that area.
Yeah, so is that the number one thing that gets in the way of people selling digital courses? Is it confidence? Is it that they're not in their right sweet spot? Like what gets in the way? Like to me, selling digital courses, I've shared this with my wife, I've shared this with a lot of people. Like you and I are both have could be set up to just sell digital courses for the rest of our life and
For
and make
sure.
a pretty dang good living at
Yeah.
it. And the margins on them are so amazing.
So amazing. So Pete, I think it's confidence. I think it's a lack of confidence. And that's why I talk a lot about the difference between courage and confidence. So let's talk about this for a second. It's that confidence in what if nobody buys? What if I put all this work, effort, money into it and then it falls flat? What if I get laughed at on the internet or called out? Like there's a lot of scary things that come with building a business online. I always say we've got to tap into courage first. Courage is that leap of faith. It's that believing that I'm going to jump and I'm going to figure it out as I go. I'm going to be supported, the universe, God, whatever it might be. I'm going to have the courage to take a leap of faith. And confidence is I've done this. I see a little progress. I see I'm doing pretty well. I'm going to keep building off of that. With your first course, you don't have that confidence. You've never done this before. So I think a lot of the times we have to tap into I'm going to have the courage to do this. But what comes with that is I know that I have a track record that other things that have been really scary to me, I've figured it out in my life. I have gone through hard things. I am tenacious. Is that the word? I can figure this out. And so with that, I'm going to do that with my course, my business as well. It starts with courage, then comes confidence. So let's not wait for the confidence. You're not supposed to have it in the beginning.
So, man, that's so good. So, are there reoccurring themes you see? Like for me, the things that were taking a shot at my confidence is like, man, I don't know if anybody's going to buy this, or I don't know how to market it, or is this really going to help anybody? Like, how much does that get in the way? Imposter syndrome.
Oh, it's huge. So this one is big. I love that we're talking about the mindset around creating and launching courses because the mindset is the thing that stops most everyone in their tracks if they're struggling with this. So imposter syndrome, it is prevalent for all of us. Like if we normalize, of course you're feeling like, oh my gosh, who am I to be doing this? Or people are going to think like, she doesn't know enough. Why is she putting herself out there? Or you just don't feel expert enough. That is so normal. I don't know any entrepreneur who has not felt that. So one, you feel it and think, "Oh, this is normal. This is because I'm growing. This is my journey. I'm doing something new." And then two, you just keep moving forward. So a lot of times when I would learn about imposter syndrome, you've got to, tell yourself it's not true. let's not even worry about that. Let's just know it's present and we're going to keep moving forward because action creates clarity. So it can be in your head, be, blah, 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 blah. You're not made for this. I'm just going to keep taking action, put one foot in front of the other. That is literally how I got here because I am not the most confident person, but I really wanted to build my own business. So my why was bigger than my worries.
Wow, my why's bigger than my worries. Anything else that comes up with mindset or confidence?
I'll just add this last thing. In order to find first the courage and then the confidence to move forward and get your course out into the world, you have to ask yourself, what is this going to afford me? Because you don't wake up in the morning and think, I want to launch a digital course. Like that's not what you want. You wake up in the morning and likely think, I want to have enough money to be able to take those vacations with my family and not worry about, oh my gosh, do we have enough money in the bank? I want to call the shots and be my own boss and not have a boss tell me when I work, how I work, where I work. I want the freedom. I want to be able to pick my kids up from school at 3 o'clock and be done with working and not have to tell anybody about it. What do you want? When you get clear about what you want and what a course that is successful that you launch over and over again, what it will afford you, that is when you are willing to work through the hard times in order to get it done. So get clear on what you want so that will keep driving you forward. Okay, so what else you got?
Amy, what's the biggest just let's get them out of their mind. Let's get them out of their heads. Like we got to get people out
Okay.
of their heads and we got to get them into action. Like what's some of the final thoughts that you would give
Final
them?
thoughts. Number one, you deserve success. You watch Pete, you watch me, you watch other people online that you admire. You are just as good and you deserve just as much success as they have. The only difference between you and maybe someone you admire online with huge success is they're further along. But as long as you stay in the game, here's what's most important. You've got to be on the field. No more 1 foot in, 1 foot out. And if you're being honest, you'll know if you're kind of 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Maybe I'll dabble with this. Maybe I'll try that. No, you stay the course. Whatever you set your mind to, in this case, if it's a digital course, you get it done and you get it out into the world. That first launch is as much for you learning, becoming a better marketer, a better entrepreneur, as it is for your new students. Give yourself that first launch to make all the mistakes and figure it out. That second launch, game on. Watch out. You could easily have 100+ year by just launching digital courses and beyond 100+. But if we're going to be conservative, 100K in 1 year by launching one course a few times, you've got this. The only difference is one person will stay in the game and the other won't. You decide, is that going to be you who you stay on the field and you get it done?
I love that, Amy. I don't know if this Theodore Roosevelt or somebody said that the credit belongs to the one in the arena,
Yes,
not the
my
one
favorite.
not the one sitting on the sideline, you know. So I love that. And I'm so excited about this. I hopefully it gets some people unstuck and moving and going forward. Thank you for taking this time today
Thank
to
you. I loved partnering with you on this, and the people you brought in were amazing and wonderful, and we love supporting them. So thanks again.